My neighbor has tended the same garden for over 30 years, and in all that time I have never once seen a single weed growing in it. Clean soil between every row of vegetables, paths without a blade of grass in the cracks, beds that look like they belong in a gardening catalog. For years I assumed she simply had better soil, or more time, or some kind of luck I did not share. Then one afternoon I watched her walking through the garden with a small hand spray bottle, the kind you use to clean windows, spraying something slightly cloudy onto the paths, the bed edges, and the cracks in the paving stones. I finally walked over and asked her what she was using. She told me without hesitation. No secrecy. No special product. Just a combination of 4 ingredients every household already owns, prepared in 30 seconds, costing less than a cup of coffee from a vending machine. I had spent 15 years trying everything available, manual weeding on my knees for hours with a backache and blistered hands, only to watch everything return within a week. Chemical herbicides that worked fast, but left the soil damaged for months. Vinegar that burned the leaves while the roots survived untouched. Salt that killed the weeds and then sterilized the soil for years afterward. Boiling water that worked on cracks in pavement but could never scale to an entire garden bed. The answer was sitting in my kitchen cabinet the entire time. The key ingredient is plain baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, the same white powder used in baking, available at any supermarket for almost nothing. But the way it is used and what it is combined with is what separates a result that lasts from one that disappoints. Here is the exact formula. 200 grams of baking soda dissolved into 1 liter of hot water, around 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. Not boiling, because excessive heat degrades the bicarbonate before it reaches the plant. 1 tablespoon of standard dish soap. 2 tablespoons of regular kitchen vinegar, the 10% variety used for salads, not concentrated horticultural acid. That is the complete recipe. Total cost per liter is under $5. A commercial herbicide from a garden center costs 6 to 12 times that amount for the same volume. The science behind why this combination works is straightforward. Baking soda does 2 things simultaneously when it contacts weed leaves. It raises the pH on the leaf surface to a level most common weeds cannot tolerate, disrupting their cellular chemistry. And the sodium component pulls water out of plant cells through osmotic disruption, causing the weed to dry from the inside outward. Vinegar acts as an accelerant. Most plant leaves carry a thin, waxy protective layer called the cuticle that repels water-based solutions. Vinegar breaks through that layer and opens a path for the bicarbonate to reach the cells directly. Dish soap is a surfactant that eliminates surface tension, allowing the solution to spread across the entire leaf surface as a film rather than beating up and running off. The result is a 3-part attack that works together in a way none of the individual ingredients could achieve alone. Mix fresh before each use. The solution loses effectiveness as it sits over days. Timing and method determine whether this works dramatically or barely at all. 3 conditions must be met for maximum effectiveness. The weed must be dry. Water on the leaves dilutes the solution before it can penetrate. If there has been rain or morning dew, wait until the plant surface is completely dry before spraying. The weather must cooperate. Avoid application if rain is forecast within the next 24 hours. Rain washes the solution away before it has time to work. Apply in the evening. Midday sun dries the solution too quickly for full absorption. Morning dew is still present or forming. The evening window, after the heat of the day but before nightfall, gives the solution the entire night to work undisturbed. Set your sprayer to a direct stream rather than a mist for targeted weeds. For dandelions, spray directly into the center of the rosette, where all leaves converge, allowing the solution to flow down toward the root collar. For spreading weeds with underground runners like ground elder, also spray the soil directly around the plant base to reach shallow root systems. For climbing weeds like bindweed, coat as many leaves as possible since these plants absorb substances through their leaves and transport them downward through the root system. Visible yellowing at leaf edges appears by day 3. By day 7, most weeds are completely dry, brown, and crumble when touched. Persistent weeds with deep root systems may require 2 to 3 treatments spaced 1 week apart. One critical rule: spray purposefully and only on the target plant. This solution is not selective. It will damage any plant it contacts. Use a piece of cardboard as a shield when working near vegetables, flowers, or lawn areas you want to protect. Never apply as a foliar spray on vegetable beds. Never use on lawns unless you accept brown patches where grass grows alongside the weed. Killing existing weeds is only half the system. What my neighbor does differently from everyone else is what happens after the weeds die. That second step is the reason her garden stays clean for the entire season, rather than requiring repeated intervention every few weeks. The step is mulching. A layer of material covering bare soil between plants cuts off light from weed seeds already present in the ground. Without light, seeds do not germinate. Mulch also retains soil moisture, reducing how often you need to water. Both benefits arrive from one action. For ornamental beds, bark mulch applied 5 to 7 centimeters thick creates a barrier that lasts approximately 2 years before needing a refresh. For vegetable beds, use straw or grass clippings around the base of plants. Bark mulch can acidify soil over time and is less suitable for most vegetables. For paths and cracks in paving stones, sweep a mixture of sand and baking soda in a ratio of 10 parts sand to 1 part baking soda into the gaps after treating existing weeds. The mild alkalinity of the baking soda makes the cracks inhospitable to new seedlings. The full seasonal routine looks like this. In early spring, spray all visible weeds with the baking soda solution. Wait 1 week for the plants to die completely. Remove the dead material, which by this point pulls out easily with roots intact and brown. Then apply your chosen mulch. Check the garden every 2 weeks through summer and spot treat any new growth that appears immediately while it is small. Repeat the complete treatment in late summer if needed. The total active time across the entire season runs 3 to 4 hours. Compare that to the 40+ hours of annual kneeling and hand pulling that accomplishes the same result temporarily. There is a practical calculation worth making honestly. A commercial glyphosate-based herbicide works faster, killing within 1 to 2 days. The baking soda solution takes 3 to 7 days. That speed difference is real. What is also real is that glyphosate has a documented half-life in soil of 20 to 170 days depending on conditions, during which time soil microorganism populations are measurably suppressed. The organisms that process organic matter, support root health, and maintain soil structure are damaged in the process of killing the weed. Sodium bicarbonate breaks down in soil within days into sodium, water, and carbon dioxide. Used in the concentrations described here, and applied specifically to target plants rather than broadcast across the garden, it leaves no lasting chemical footprint. This matters beyond environmental principle. A garden with healthy soil biology grows stronger plants that resist disease and produce better yields. Every chemical application that damages that biology costs something in the seasons that follow, usually without the gardener connecting the cause to the effect. My neighbor summarized her approach in a way that stayed with me. She said a garden is like an apartment. You can mop the floor every day, or you can do a thorough cleaning once, and then simply maintain it. Her system is the thorough cleaning. Solution applied once in spring. Mulch laid afterward. Brief inspection and spot treatment through summer. That is the complete routine. An hour in spring, minutes through the rest of the season. The recipe again for reference. 200 grams of baking soda, 1 liter of hot water at 60 to 70 degrees, 1 tablespoon of dish soap, 2 tablespoons of kitchen vinegar. Apply to dry weeds in dry weather in the evening. Mulch after dead plants are removed. Repeat for persistent species after 1 week. The solution costs nothing beyond what you already have. The knowledge costs 30 years of a neighbor's experience and 1 afternoon of asking. Which weed in your garden is waiting for this treatment right now? Write it in the comments. Someone dealing with the same plant in the same climate is reading right now. Subscribe for the next forgotten method. They keep arriving.